What's up guys, welcome back to another mobile video, RuneScape mobile video. However, for you guys that play on the main game or whatever, the main client, this is still useful for you too, as it is going to be going over some useful ways that you can make some money while playing on mobile, because I'm a big fan of taking advantage of your mobile app. If you have access to it, which I think you should, everyone should now have access to it, then you can actually take advantage of that and make a bit of extra cash while you're doing other things like, I don't know, just maybe you're washing the dishes, or maybe you are just chilling on the couch watching something on Netflix, but you still want to make some progress, or maybe you're sat on the train going to and from work. I don't know, anything like that. I know a lot of you guys use it at work, so hopefully this video helps you all make a little bit of extra cash on the side and get you towards whatever goal you're working towards for your next item to buy. Either way, if you enjoy, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and let's go. So before we do get started, I just wanted to make a point, and this is kind of like method number one, but a bonus one I suppose, is if you are someone who isn't maxed, if you are someone who is a lower level and you have stuff that you need to work towards, you should always, and I stand by this completely, you should always do stuff to make money and stuff that is going to increase your account's levels. If you're gaining XP as well, then it's better to make less money for that hour while you're gaining the XP than it is to make like more money but get no XP or anything. Progress on your account is going to make making money later on so much easier, and there's a lot of people that fall into the trap of, I'm going to spend, I don't know, 50 hours making money so that I can buy this gear, and then I need to get the levels for it, and then I'll spend another 50 hours getting money on these lower level methods, when if you just level up your account like anything, all your skills and stuff, the higher your skills are, the faster you're going to make money, the more time you save, and overall it is better. Yes, you will spend longer being poor early on, but trust me, if you can make 10 mil an hour rather than 2 mil an hour, you're going to end up in the long run saving yourself a lot of time. So this is the ideal thing to do. So what I would suggest is, if you are a low level or you're going for max or anything like that, do anything that levels yourself up while you make less money, because it's important to do so and it will pay off in the long run. Don't forget that, incredibly important, and I just wanted to add that here first. So the first method that we're going to talk about, which I think is pretty damn great for mobile, seeing as these are so AFK, it is making the Incense Sticks. Now, Incense Sticks are incredibly AFK when you do these because they take ages to make, but they're actually pretty decent profit per hour. So you can make yourself around about 972 incense sticks per hour. So this is being fairly efficient, but giving you time to bank and stuff. And this means with the Init ones at the moment, which is the ones I'm going to tell you about right now, you're making around about 2.9 mil an hour, which isn't that bad, right? It's not amazing, it's nothing incredible, but 2.9 mil an hour completely AFK when you maybe just, I don't know, doing anything else. Maybe you're at work and you just want to tap every now and again. You really won't have to do much. Load a preset, press a button, wait till it's done, takes a while, and then just do it again. You can make yourself 3 mil an hour while you're working. If you finish an 8-hour shift and you've done that for the whole time, you're going to make yourself around about 24 mil. Not bad to get home to as a bit of an extra, especially since this only needs 40 fire making. 40 fire making. Do you know how quickly you can get 40 fire making on a new account? Oh wait, you could quite easily do this on many alts actually. So even then, you could do it on alts, you could do this just chilling. 40 fire making, low levels can make 3 mil an hour just chilling, and it's nice and easy. So this is a great one to do. And of course, what I would suggest you do is, before you start just buying up all the herbs, just do like a tester with maybe 10 or 20 of these and just check the profit on them. What you want to do is basically work out how much you are making per stick. You can do 972 an hour, so just work out how much profit you're making per actual incense stick, as they will change in value every now and again. Sometimes you're going to be making a little bit more, sometimes you'll be making a little bit less, sometimes it'll be better to do a different incense stick overall altogether. So just check through the ones that you can make, do a little quick test run, and see what you're going to be making. Don't use the wiki for this, by the way, because if you use the wiki for the money making guide that it has for this, the values are incredibly off, as these sticks don't buy for anywhere near the price that it suggests on the Grand Exchange. So please do just keep that in mind and do your own testing before you actually invest into this. The next thing on this list is something that I like to do quite a lot actually on mobile, and that is going to be AFKing bosses, specifically Vindictor, specifically Hellweir. You could also probably quite easily do many other bosses, such as the Arc Glacier in 1 or 2 mechanics I think you can get away with, or you could go ahead and do almost all of God Wars Dungeon 1. God Wars Dungeon 1 bosses are nice and easy to AFK, especially if you have access to magic gear and animate dead. Now, you're going to need this to be able to do Vindictor or Hellweir. To do Vindictor, I will show you the preset that I use for that, I'll put it on screen for you now. But the Crypt Bloom armor is like incredibly useful for doing this and making a lot of money. And yes, it is kind of higher level because of Crypt Bloom and because you kind of want to have dual wield magic gear as well as the Greater Concentrated Blast Codex. But AFKing bosses is not going to be something that is low level anyway, because you are AFKing a boss. To do that, you're going to need high level gear, you're going to need like a high level character. It just is what it is. But you can make really good money from doing this. Not to mention, if you get lucky, you could grab yourself a couple of Dragon Rider Lancers, or you could get yourself one of the crests. And at the end of the day, if you end up going to work and maybe getting 2 Dragon Rider Lancers while you're at work because you've been AFKing Vindicta for a few hours, well, there you go. You are up probably nearly 100 million GP. Sounds pretty good to me. I like to do this when I'm editing. I either AFK this on my phone because it's easy to keep track of it when I've minimized into my editor. But basically, the reason this is so good is because you just literally set yourself up with Revolution on, and all you need to do is pick up your loot. And if you have a legendary pet, you can also set that thing to pick up the drops for you, as well, as you don't really need to bring inventory space for food or anything like that. So you can have it pick up the actual drops for you too, making this pretty much fully AFK except for when you get a rare. So just keep an eye out for your rares, as you will need to be picking those up yourself. But otherwise, it is absolutely 1000% worth AFKing these bosses if you have access to the gear and the requirements for it. I will link a video down below where you can actually watch my AFK Vindicta guide. That's probably the easiest way for me to do that. And then hopefully you can make a good amount of money from there as well. The next thing that you can do on mobile to be incredibly profitable and kind of more convenient than on PC probably is running your crystal keys. Running crystal keys can actually be a really good profit, and it basically, the more you invest, the more you're going to get out of it. Because there was a Reddit post recently that I looked at, and this person did 10,000 crystal keys, except they didn't include any like extra keys that they got back, and they still doubled their money. So doing this, running 10,000 crystal keys, they ended up investing 200 million GP in the first place, and then they left that with just under 400 million GP. Like, the total value they ended up with was 390 million GP. 390 mil. That is insane. They also said it took around about 4 to 5 hours to run, doing 2k crystal keys per hour, so running it around about a 30 million GP profit per hour as well. That is absolutely ridiculous, and you can definitely do this. The only thing is, to get 10,000 crystal keys, you are going to want to be buying these up a long time. You can buy them on the limit on the Grand Exchange, but you can leave them in there, like an offer in there, buying them slowly. Or you could buy them from the players at probably a bit of a premium. Either way, you will still make some profit. If you do slow buy them on the Grand Exchange, you will end up making more profit, seeing as you can buy them cheaper. But of course, if you don't want to wait that long and you want to make this a consistent thing, then you can buy them off of other players. That being said, it is going to take a lot of click-intensive activity to actually do this. It's not something that's AFK. You're going to have to be paying attention and running this very quickly. But 30 million GP an hour while you're just sat on your couch playing on mobile or something, or maybe you're on the train, maybe you are having a break at work, you get an hour break, you can make 30 mil in that hour. It's crazy. Again, it's always worth checking the price of keys and then checking how much you actually make per key at the moment. When you do this, for anyone in the future checking this, make sure you actually check how profitable this is, as I don't want any of you guys to invest in 10,000 crystal keys and then end up only making like nowhere near the profit that this person did. So it's important to check this. It's important to make sure that you always do your own homework and stuff, and check the date of this video if you're listening and thinking about it right now. But personally, I would probably much rather run keys on mobile than on PC, as it's just so much easier to run around on mobile. At least I find it easier to tap the screen rather than move the mouse, click here, right click that. I just find it easier. I don't know about you guys, but this seems like a task that would be definitely better suited for RuneScape Mobile. The next thing I'm going to talk about is going to be doing your daily money making runs. Now, there's a few things that you can do to make money each and every day in RuneScape, and it can make you a lot of money extra that you don't even need to think about. This is stuff that I recommended recently to actually keep yourself a bond going, and you can definitely still do that. If you want to pay for your membership with bonds, doing daily stuff and putting that money aside can 100% pay for your bond by the time that 14 days is up, and still earn you some profit as well. So what can you do? You can do your daily Viswax, which is basically getting runes, going to the Rune Goldberg machine in the actual Wizard's Tower, and just making your Viswax from there. You can find all the information on what the best combinations is on the wiki. or in the Discord servers too, and the friends chat. There's a friends chat in game too. What I'll do is I'll link in the description below any stuff relevant to actually doing these. I will link a video for the best friends chats to use, which will include the Viswax one as well. I will also link a video about the daily runs for the bonds, so you know what stuff you can do. And then also I will link another video from another creator on what their daily runs are as well. So whoever's video I do pick, thank you very much. I appreciate it. So other than Viswax, doing farming runs every single day or every time you can do this is incredibly useful, because farm runs, for example, herbs, can be a lot of profit, and it's so cheap to invest in this, and it's free XP, and you're gonna make a ton of money from the actual return on it, and it's something that you can do fairly regular. If you can't get onto your PC very often to actually do your farm runs and keep on top of it, having access to RuneScape Mobile will then also make this so much more convenient, as you can just quickly open your phone, do a farm run in probably 5 to 10 minutes, and then once you've collected all your stuff, replanted it, close your phone off, and then either set a timer or keep like a mental time of when the next farm run is available, jump back on. You're going to be increasing the amount of money you make by a hell of a lot. Also, shop runs, that's the one I'll link below, is something that's incredibly useful too. Each day you just log on, you buy the amount of stuff from the shop runs that you can get that is really good, and then you sell that stuff on the Grand Exchange for more than what you paid and make a profit. But like I say, whoever's video I do link for that, thank you very much for making that. And of course, I hope you don't mind me linking it in my description to help other people out too. But I'm sure you won't, it's fine. Finally, a really good way to make a bit of extra money on RuneScape Mobile is going to be Slayer. Slayer has always been a great moneymaker, and honestly, most Slayer tasks these days, you can actually end up making a decent amount of money once you do push your Slayer level up. I would suggest doing Slayer on mobile, especially if you are someone who doesn't have a decently high Slayer level just yet, as a lot of the tasks you can do fairly easy. Grab yourself something like an aggression potion and set yourself up with a revolution bar, maybe use animate dead in some situations, and you can actually AFK most of your tasks. This is going to help you make a lot of money in the long run, as Slayer is a great way to make a lot of money. Early on, it can seem a little bit slow. Granted, the Slayer levels earlier on, the Slayer tasks, don't really give a huge return in like the amount of time you invest. But once you get towards those higher levels in Slayer, you can start making absolute bank through Slayer. So if you are someone who hasn't really invested a ton of time in Slayer, then you should absolutely work on it. That being said, if you are someone who does have a decently high level in Slayer, then hey, doing Slayer on mobile, definitely something you can do, and honestly, really not that difficult. Again, depending on what task you are doing, just make sure that you do use things that are going to make your life easier, such as aggression flasks, for example, so that you do keep your aggro. Make sure you use things like penance powders if you are going to be using these to AFK a little bit longer. That way you don't have to worry about your prayer dropping all that much. Your Slayer costs may go up slightly from what you would normally do on PC, but you're going to be making a lot of money, and doing Slayer in this game has always been a great money maker. So whether earlier on you're just pushing up your levels to work towards those more valuable tasks, or you're already there and you want to just make a bit of extra cash while doing those tasks, being able to just keep slaying whenever the hell you want, even if it is just AFKing certain tasks here and there, definitely something that you can take advantage of and gain yourself a little bit of extra cash than you would normally get anyway. Anyway guys, that brings us to the end of this video. If you did enjoy it, make sure to leave a like on it. Subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. I hope that some of these methods do become useful for you in the future. Take advantage of RuneScape Mobile, guys. You can definitely make a bit of extra cash when you wouldn't normally be making any money in game. And if you are someone who likes to upkeep a bond, if you are someone who just wants to work towards other gear and stuff, but you have a lot of downtime and you can access RuneScape Mobile, then absolutely, you should definitely use it. It is an incredible tool, and I like to use it as well myself every now and again when I have the motivation to do so. But otherwise, as I said, I hope the video does help you guys out. Anyway, before we finish this video off, thank you to the channel members for your extra support. Your names will be on screen right now, of course. It is very much appreciated. Anyone else want to join the channel members, click the join button, buy the sub button, and you can see what perks you can get. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate you guys too, and I will see you all in the next one. See you later, guys. Bye.